Win. JMX did get the win. Jax is back. General Rivers is back. But we've got new spots for the other four teams. Rue 13 taking over for the 69ers. I am Rugster taking over for Team Omnia. Noob 2.0 taking over for the Reapers. And Cecil Dogan taking over for the Philadelphia Freedom. And here we go in Britannia Advance. Game 2, Week 2, PRT League West. With Bane Williams here to break down all of the action. So, spawn not critical, but you'd like to have a position up at the top.
Yeah, look, I mean, you can sometimes get, like, spawn screwed, but it's pretty rare.
Team Omnia gets first position again, 2 games in a row here.
Yeah, see, look, no one is truly screwed by this. I would say the worst position is pink. So, like, pink is almost entirely at the top. If they weren't second in turn order and they lost that one down south, turn one, that would be problematic. But we're not going to see that, I don't think.
So everyone's got a fair shot off of this spawn. No one with a major advantage or disadvantage.
Yeah, I think so. I kind of like blacks. Sort of like the blizzards on this map make that black kill guard really interesting down south. And yeah, we see pink straight away putting in and saving that position down the bottom.
Yeah, realizing it's going to be an important
Oh yeah, absolutely.
position there. We don't expect to see bonuses held. If they are, it'd be wild. If bonus is taken, it'd be wild.
I think I've only ever seen bonuses held by bots on this map.
Yeah. What do you think about the blizzards down here bottom? I've actually seen. I played in a tournament game with Mamba holding a bonus on this map for a turn, so I have seen it.
Okay,
But
fair,
pretty
fair.
rare. What do you think about the blizzards here bottom middle?
Yeah, I think they're really impactful. Like I said, the black kill guard down there is really solid. Um, the like some of the things that I really love about this map is like blizzards are usually not impactful, but what they tend to do on this map is they create kill guards, which is always really interesting, right? Like pink effectively has a kill guard on white and on blue. Purple has a kill guard on black, and those are created just straight away. And that's really good. I don't think pink is going to hold a kill guard on 2 players, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah.
Yeah, so almost done with the first turn here, and then everyone probably working on lining up the person after him. You think most likely?
Yeah, I think the first things you see are always stack preservation first, and then positional movement second. Getting out of the way of that portal is really interesting. So, I mean, that's kind of giving up the kill guard, which I guess makes sense. You don't want to kill guard the person who wants to kill you. So,
We get a frowny face from the Reapers there.
we do. Now, what's really interesting about this map is that it has there's I think there's only 3 maps that have a territory with as many connections as this map has. It's that big giant territory down the south that White owns. It is a pivotal point. And one of the ways that we can always sort of tell whether or not a player is strong at the game and understands how the game works is whether or not they start with that and then hold on to it. Because it is a vitally important territory. We see pink move in, and purple is very happy, which makes a lot of sense. Now, obviously, unstable portals screws with a lot of those thoughts when it comes to like what makes a good territory and how important positional play is. But I think you find even in unstable portals, people will like move to block them as the game progresses. So
Move to block access to him.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Right. I don't want to risk, you know, person X getting in. Um, the downside is and this is like the one downside of unstable portals. You can just have a run where, you're feeling like, okay, I've got a trade, everything's gonna be good, I shouldn't die on my turn, and then the portals switch and they are all on your territories, and you're like, well, guess I'm dead.
Yeah, no way to guard.
The worst part about this map from a casting, ooh, nice jump into that kill guard. I like it. It's not a kill guard right now, but once that portal disappears, it's nice and happy. But yeah, the first few turns on this, like, if the board is like well spaced out positionally, like it currently is there isn't honestly a ton of interesting play that happens straight away.
Yeah, because they're all just a little bit jockeying for position here. Now, that kill guard at the bottom you're mentioning seems like it could be important with kind of purple guarding pink guarding black, depending on where your portal's
Yeah,
at.
yeah. Plus, pink jumped on that immediately, which they needed. They needed an additional position down in the bottom. They still need one over in Ireland, so that could be a little bit tricky for them. Maybe that's actually, like, look at the portals right now on 3 pink territories.
Yeah,
If the portal access into Ireland stays open, I imagine we're going to see pink make yet another position over there.
on the left side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that'd give them a position kind of on all areas in the board. Gives them a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 position play at this point.
I mean, and people can say, "Oh, that's too many positions," but generally speaking, like, you've got to remember, Pink's technically, I guess they're only one kill guard, but they don't need to leave. They don't need to put a ton of troops there. So,
They do not jump over into Ireland there.
well, portals aren't open yet.
Oh, yeah. For the next turn, sorry. For the next turn. That's a good point.
Yeah. So, I mean, if we take a look at positions already, right? White and pink. White would have difficulty down in the bottom left. Pink on red. Pink would have difficulty in Ireland, but otherwise is fine. Actually, like, Jax is in a bit of a pickle here, honestly.
He's got to find
One,
a way
two,
to get
three,
away.
four. 4 positions on the board. Yeah, we do see him guard that portal, which makes a lot of sense.
Yep. Sees the writing on the wall there from pink.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Jack's also not staying in contact really with Black there behind him in the 69ers, partially because of the kill guard.
Yeah, right. There's no point in making someone feel threatened if they're fully kill guarded.
Yep.
You still want to be only like 1 or 2 turns away from being able to kill them, just in case portals happen to be beneficial. But there's no need to do it right now. Black's got pretty good lines on purple outside of the kill guard, so purple would have a very hard time with blue.
Yeah, not lined up really at all. Reaper's not lined up there for Philadelphia Freedom.
Yeah, I mean that helps the movement that they just made there, but that bottom section is going to be the pain.
Yeah,
They're really waiting for someone else to move out or a portal spawn that's beneficial.
you think blue lines up white here? What's your play if you're
No,
last in turn order?
I don't think so, right? So this is one of those situations I was talking about where like maybe you don't actually target your traditional target because like getting to that top area is just going to be a pain. So you're sandwiched in Ireland currently, so you're unable to get out and make that move. So then like your single stack needs to get through like both the left and the right. Plus, there's the kill guard in the top. Like I think White's like despite only being effectively in four positions is reasonably hard to kill for anyone but Pink.
Yeah, the Blizzards really created two true kill guards here. Obviously, unstable portals can change that any time, but they did end up creating two potential spots that could change the game.
Yeah, and remember, as much as I say but Pink, Pink still needs to get into that section of the map to even stand a chance. So
Yeah, he's got it in Ireland now blocked off through the portals.
now the thing is, you don't want to be like it's hard, right? Because like White would technically want to kill Pink, right? That's the wisdom. But as White, you're also getting the worst trades, so it becomes tough.
Think Jax is still in trouble here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Have you seen Jax take that long to
Yeah,
think of a move this
he wants
early?
someone to
Like
move and guard him maybe on this side, on the Ireland side.
maybe it's hard because he's already like three players already have access to him. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
three.
unless he was moving into the little hug box that Blue has, I just don't see it. And Jax is like having played a ton of games with Jax. Jax usually is very rarely kill guarded, right?
Yeah, yeah. There's a reason you don't kill guard Jax for sure.
Yeah, there really is. Ask me how I know.
Yeah, protecting your murderer is usually not a smart move.
It's not a good idea.
Yeah. What about Noob's position here with purple?
I actually really like it. I love the smattering of positions across the board. I feel like he has maybe a little bit too many troops in that kill guard. But I mean, he has the most positions. He is the hardest to kill. Plus, he has lines on a couple of players that other players would have difficulty with, right? Like if he wants to kill black, for instance, he only has to go through a pink kill guard and is otherwise fully attached.
Yeah.
Like so, there are players who are hard to kill right now, and purple has the ability to deal with pretty much all of them. So I really like it. Now that being said, when you've got that many positions, sometimes it can be hard to, and we do see them move out. That's pretty
Mm.
interesting. It can sometimes be hard to get the right number of troops where you need it, just because you've got so many troops scattered throughout the board. Once again, purple puts, sorry, noob puts some more into that kill guard, which is really interesting. I think that means that they see the writing on the wall for Jax. Maybe, like, I don't know. It's
So
hard.
he's allocating more for that potential kill.
I guess. Like, I can't understand why you would put more troops in what feels like a wasted pocket otherwise. Then again, I've got to remember that I'm of the opinion that, like, if I'm kill gutted in a section, I'm usually never making it more than a three. Um, that's just the way I play. So that could simply be a play difference more than anything
Okay.
else.
Yeah. And the kill guard maybe lets you be a little more aggressive with your other positions. Put more
Yeah,
troops in
exactly.
other places you maybe
Yeah.
wouldn't.
yeah, you get that feeling of safety, so you can be way more aggressive and have bigger stack sizes in more interesting positions because you're not at risk of easily dying. So,
Just a reminder for everyone, the format of the PRT League, it's 6 teams. They'll play 12 weeks. We're in week 2. This is game 2 of week 2. It's 2 games per week. The most points wins the league. The top 3 teams after all 12 weeks will move on to the Spring Champions League, where they'll compete with the top 3 from the Central League, which plays earlier in the day. So these guys competing for league glory here. They're on teams of 4 players. They are able to VC for the entire game with their teammates. So a lot of these guys are talking through with teammates, especially in that 70% game where they have people helping them count and plan. So it is multiple brains, one player for each of these teams that you're watching at a time.
I think what's really, really interesting, and we're going to see that very early on in this team league format, is the teams probably won't be super cohesive yet.
Right.
It's really going to take probably like 4 or even 5 weeks, unless the teams are training, for them to get like super cohesive.
Yeah, and we see that in the World Cup teams very similar. It takes a little while for them to get going, and that was a big advantage for the England team this year as a repeat team because they did kind of have that developed. I got to listen to Team Excel earlier in the Central League, and it's really interesting because if you're a risk player, usually you think you know best. It's I think what's our defining characteristic as risk players is thinking we know best. So when you put 4 of those into a group trying to make decisions together, it is very interesting to listen to some of the thought processes.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that I tried to, when I was coaching Australia in the World Cup,
Yeah.
one of the things I tried to explain really early on was minimal communication.
Right.
Like, only ever communicate with the active player like something they need to know.
Right.
Because, like, trust in your teammate to be able to make good decisions.
Yeah. More of a helping when you see something just to kind of
Yeah,
point something out or hey, I don't know if you saw what they did there because potentially they're looking at something else at the time. So, yeah, more of just to kind of add extra eyes and an extra brain in the back processing for them.
yeah, we see. So Noob's sort of good at doing this, which is like making what I call weird plays that somehow work out. Um,
And he celebrates.
he does. All right, we're getting into the first trade here. No one's done a sneaky card skip because I'm not in the lobby, so it's fine.
They might have seen it here. Team Omnia got first in the 70 fixed game, which is not as painful as getting first in turn order here in the Prague World Dom game.
Yeah, you've always got a feel for the players in first and last, honestly. It's especially on a map like this.
Yeah.
You're basically almost wanting yeah, you're wanting someone to fail a kill, but then even then when people fail kills, you're usually not the next person to act anyway.
Right.
So it's just rough.
Yeah, I think it helps first and last that there are some where the blizzards worked out for kill guards. That sometimes evens it out a little bit and increases that chance of a fail or things not going perfectly for someone who gets a trade on fourth the right time.
Yeah. I do like in Portal Risk that and we do see a trade potential, which is cool. Is like last gets that ability to do something sneaky just before the portals close, and first of course gets first access when the portals open. So it does kind of give them some benefits
Yeah,
there,
balances
but
it a little bit.
yeah, but only a little bit.
You think
Yeah, I think
Jack's first to die here?
uh, no,
Oh, okay.
because of exactly what Jax just did, right? So this is something that's really interesting about this style of risk. You'll notice that Jax put pretty much all of his troops in that one position at the top. Why is that important? Because generally, all the other players are going to be scattering them around. So it actually makes you harder to kill, even though you have less positions,
Right.
by having one strong one, because it's harder for them to, because they don't, you don't want to die while setting up for a kill.
Right. And
So,
it makes him
you know,
declare, "Hey, I'm
yeah,
going at this
yeah,
guy."
absolutely. And then, I mean, the kind of player Jax is going to be like, oh, you're declaring on me, eh? That's
Yeah.
nice. So, yeah. Like, maybe we do still see Jax die first. Jax is still in the weaker position, um, but it's hard to say.
12 trade here for Noob. 5th in turn order for the Reapers. We haven't seen the portals jump into either of those kill guard spots since
No,
the
no, we
first
saw
turn.
yeah, we saw that first turn one, and that's about it. I mean, there is a portal right now on the classic kill guard spot over on the left, but yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, that's purple making it fairly clear what I think purple's going to be interested in.
You think his interest is in killing Jax?
I mean, like it's going to it's not even going to depend on portals, and this is why. So like, some people are always like, "Oh, skipping in this never makes any sense," but skipping on unstable portals gets really interesting because you get your trade to run the board when the portals are open as opposed to closed.
Oh,
So
okay. During that second set of trades you're talking about.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Think we see any trades on 3, or everyone holds and feels confident they're okay for now?
I don't think Jax feels very confident right now.
If he has a trade on 3, you think he takes it?
I'm not Jax. I would. I'm not a safety trade guy. Like
Yeah.
in almost all circumstances, but in four positions, I'm surrounded by literally everyone. None of my positions are secure from anyone. I'm
Yeah.
safety trading.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna safety trade and I'm gonna big boy stack
Just make it as
that
hard as possible.
just make it as hard as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everyone has access to him.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
So no trade on 3 from Omnia, no trade on 3 from Chonk yet. Yeah, no trade on 3 from Chonk.
So Chunk was going to go to that portal and then decided against it.
Interesting. He wants to be able to jump into it,
Yeah, probably.
hoping that it stays unguarded.
I think I'm pretty sure Chunk counter kills White here.
Because White's been lining him up. Gives him access to it.
That's the funny thing. I don't think White has been lining him up.
Okay.
I think White has just sort of been existing, but because of Pink's like multi-positional play and the kill guard in the top,
Yeah.
it's just made it natural. Now the thing is, you have to go through Jax in order to get it. Oh, I like this. If Jax is staying off that portal, I think I like that a lot.
to allow someone to move through. Oh,
Yeah,
Noob
yeah,
does
yeah,
not
yeah.
like it.
Oh, I'm shocked. I'm shocked you don't like that, Noob.
Yeah, all of a sudden that's a much more open position there.
Yeah. So I think purple's just going to move into it, which is kind of funny.
Still no trades on 3. JMX doesn't trade on 3, and here goes the 69ers with Rue. Looks like they don't trade.
I mean, they sort of have no reason to.
I think just the timing of this seems like they have the trade available, and they're just making sure they don't need to.
Yeah, for sure. Which is interesting information, right? You can actually glean that by how long that turn took. So
And wonder if that makes it more valuable or makes them less enticing for the kill.
hard to say.
All right, let's see what Noob does. Now he's got an open position here on the right where the portal's going to pop up.
Yeah, Jax is really doing anything to stay alive here.
Yeah. He's got an uphill climb in this one. He's already got the win for JMX in Game 1. Got the 10 points with the straight 70 run. No bounties. So we'll see if he can make anything of this one. Maybe the same thing going on here for the Reapers, trying to decide if they need to trade.
Yep. That's the other thing, right? You're hearing your teammates who are going to be like, "Oh, you've got kill lines on this guy, and you've got kill lines on this guy, and stuff," and then yeah, it's gonna take a lot out of you mentally.
Yep. Yeah, it adds some pressure and some more stuff to think through.
Okay, blue moves up into there. Nope. Nope.
No one sits on that portal.
No, because it's standing between the Jax kill, right?
Yep.
So
no one wants to be in the way of it.
Yeah, you're in the way of it, your stack's getting smacked.
Yep.
It's that simple. So set on here for Omnia. Does Omnia go for it? It seems like it. That's the very first territory they're highlighting.
Yeah. That's where you would start.
I don't think they're going to have enough, honestly.
They're going to have to go left and right from the big territory.
Yeah, they're not going to have enough.
I think that major stack from Jax did save them here.
Yep.
Just too hard to be able to add that many. Oh, is a double tap planned? No. Just moves into a nice bottleneck territory there.
Yeah. And that's the problem with being first, right? You don't have enough troops to do what you need.
Right. You're getting the least advantageous trade if you do get the kill. And trading opens up bigger trades for everybody behind you.
Now, Jax is obviously way harder to kill here. I don't think we see a kill attempt here. I think we're just seeing positioning for a later kill attempt.
Yeah, I think we would have potentially seen Chonk go for the Omnia kill if Omnia didn't trade there. Almost definitely would have killed him.
Definitely.
So the trade did save Omnia there. Surely Jax has a trade on 4 in this game.
Surely.
That's just
You would
insult to
certainly hope
injury
so.
without
Now
the
the
trade.
question is, what does Jax do with that trade?
Oh no. Oh, poor Jax.
And that is how you truly get kicked in the teeth at risk.
It always seems those games that you just have to have the trade.
Not just Jax.
No, very fast move from the 69ers to try to not give Noob time to think.
Yeah.
Now Noob's got to make some quick decisions here. 2 players on 5 cards sitting in front of him. He's at 81 troops.
He was already lined up for the Jack's kill, so I think he's just going to go for that. Like, I don't think anything changes here for him.
He's got to use a portal to go through to the bottom.
Yeah. But he's got the troops, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just going to slam that way. Nice.
Oh, okay, he just goes through everything.
Yeah. That was risky, but it worked well.
Yeah, he got great dice. Also gives him a better position on the board to turn it into
but
something.
now he's got to do this.
Oh no.
Okay, he's got 2 stacks.
Okay, so he's got a 3 on 2?
I think that's a 2. No.
Oh no.
Womp womp.
So that'll be a free kill here for the freedom.
I don't think that's just a free kill. I think that's going to be potentially a sweep.
Yeah, it could roll into a full sweep here for the freedom.
Absolutely.
Cecil Dogan here for the freedom, playing his blue. Gets the easiest kill he'll ever get on Jack's Wild.
Yeah, and look, he's setting up to eat black afterwards, so...
Yeah, he's going to work on some other stuff while he's got time. Yeah, this could be huge points for the freedom. Okay, there's the kill on Jax. And JMX goes out first here to the Philadelphia Freedom. That's 3 points for the freedom, as well as a nice trade.
Yeah, if sweeps don't happen here, yeah.
Something weird went down, or maybe a pad.
21 there. That's huge. I think Cecil's having some issues. 24. What? I guess you want it to be like
second kill goes on the 69ers.
And yeah, there should be game with a double trade, right? Like bang bang, just kill the rest of the board. No one else has a trade. Like the only problem is
so any more kills aren't. Yeah, you don't get a trade.
So this is the thing that we don't see happen in tournament play most of the time. It is, it's probably not, okay, to be fair, it's not possible in this particular circumstance, but we sometimes see in the third trade circumstance where someone is like clearly going to win, and then the next 2 players are just trying to like not die, and it's like, but it's a foregone conclusion they're going to, and it's like, if you 2 worked together...
That's your only hope, is to work together here.
Yeah.
You don't get any points for the higher placement, so you got to play a 3-on-1 game now.
But I don't think that's possible here. Look at the troop.
Yeah, it's
disparity.
such a big difference.
Like it's just not doable.
Yeah, maybe if they were at 3 cards here, they could do it. But them all not having trades for at least another turn, and plenty of time for Cecil to plan and path out everything here.
Yeah. From this position, Cecil should never lose.
Yeah.
Like, Cecil doesn't need a trade. Cecil just needs to kill someone. And Cecil has a 51 stack down the bottom and a 40-something stack in the north. Like...
The noob just skips.
Strangely, the way that Cecil is set up, Cecil may actually have a hard time here.
Just because he's blocking himself with where he's
with a trade? No, with a trade? No, it's fine.
Now, keep in mind, any of these kills won't be worth points unless he wins on this turn, because they don't trade him in turn. Or this first kill wouldn't trade him in turn, unless he wins on this turn. So to get the bounty points, he'll need to finish the sweep here.
Yeah, it's hard on my eyesight to see how many troops are in that top.
Yep.
But it's enough. So he kills both white and pink, gets the set.
Yeah, so there's the kill on Rivers. and Chonk.
Yep. And
And then
that'll
there's the
be
kill
the
on
rest.
Rugster and Omnia.
Like 21 troops on a 40-60 trade is not hard.
Yeah, should be pretty easy there. So the Freedom can be thankful there to the Reapers for giving them that one. Sometimes it just works out like that, right?
Yep.
Sometimes games just kind of go like that. So congratulations, the Philadelphia Freedom, getting their first win in PRT League West. Again, of course, Cecil Thogan bringing home the win for the Philadelphia Freedom, and owner team.